The Hat Trick Hockey Podcast is brought to you in part by Claro Media, helping businesses and personal brands alike grow and thrive in the digital world. Whether it's sports, events, real estate, and more, Claro Media has your back. Contact today by emailing info@claromedia.ca or follow and send a message on Instagram at Claro Media. That's CLARO.media. What's going on, all you beauts and beauties? Welcome to the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. Brought to you by GL Heritage, the official beer of Hat Trick Hockey. Hello, folks. Welcome to the show. Brett Hedges joined by the creator of the show, Ant Gaudette, and the man with the highest ace percentage in the history of St. Clair College volleyball, Kristen McGuire. Gentlemen, good to see you. Before we get into the show, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all of our social media handles and support our sponsors because they support us. Use our promo code HTH podcast with biosteel.ca to get 20% off your order, and use the same promo code with Howie's Hockey Tape to get 10% off your order there. Gentlemen, it has been quite a while.
Yeah, no kidding.
Holy crow, boys! I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever.
I know.
Yeah. The summer is over, unfortunately. Tristan, you are back at the University of Windsor, and you're doing the same thing you always do, you damn bum. But how's everyone doing? How was everyone's summer? Let it rip. What'd you guys get up to this past couple of months?
Tristan, go ahead, bro.
Right? No, you go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go? Well,
yeah.
A little while ago, we went up north to Port Carling, I believe it was called. It's like in the Muskokas, they would say. We went up there. It was great. We were up there 4 or 5 days. It was so calming. Did some fishing, cruised around a little bit up there.
Did you have a hookup, or was it just an Airbnb or something like that?
We went through this one website and it was just cottages. So we found one like right on the water.
Mm-hmm.
And we went up there crazy. So, oh my God, I have to tell you guys this. The most wild thing happened to me. So everybody knows out here, my leg, whatever, I snapped it in March. Okay. So I'm finally kind of starting to get around a little bit. I'm walking around and starting to feel better. Well, I'm on the dock up north, probably, let's just say maybe a couple hours from the nearest hospital, let's say. Okay.
Oh boy.
So I'm walking on the dock. Well, there's like the long dock that you walk on, and then you go on to like the big square dock, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking, and me never pay attention to where I'm walking. What do? I go right down in between the two docks, bro. But it was like just
Mario
my
going
leg.
down a sewer drain.
It was like just my leg, and it was my right leg, and it was right up to my thigh. Okay, so I calmly, because I didn't want to freak out, right? I knew I didn't really hurt. I got, freaking scraped up a little bit, but
yeah.
So all I was saying is if it was kind of a choppy day on the water and those docks were smashing together while my leg was down there, it wouldn't have been good. Let's put it that way. And I knew it was bad because when I was down, Steph was already coming out the patio door. Because she was already and she was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was nuts, dude. It was I was there for maybe an hour. And then I did that. So -1 ant there. So, then the other kind of crazy thing that happened while we were up there, Quinn caught this little fish, this little largemouth bass. It's just a little tiny ass baby one. And she's like, oh, well, let's leave it. It was still on the line. Let's just throw it down here so it doesn't die or whatever. While we're sitting there, and then you get a jerk, we pull it up, it's an even bigger fish on it.
That's awesome.
So then she had this big largemouth bass. So we were laughing at that. That was pretty funny, Quinn. But it was pretty good. Trying to think what
10 out of 10.
It was good, man. Yeah,
you could have messed your leg up again.
Well, thank God, dude. That would have been. Dude,
you have one job. He's on vacation.
One job. Ant, don't break your leg on vacation. First thing Ant does an hour into the trip, almost breaks his leg on vacation. So But yeah, other than that, it's like, hockey season's coming up and the normal. I forget I feel like there's something else I have to tell you guys.
Well, thankfully that because I was up north around the same time. Like,
Yes.
thankfully I didn't have to get a call and have to bring you to the hospital. Like,
Yeah, that would
poor
have been.
Steph would have had to stay home with the kid. I was gonna have to drive back an hour to come pick you up in Port
Well,
Carling. The nearest hospital is probably Bracebridge or Huntsville, so it
yeah.
would have been a decent
Yeah.
trek
I think
for us to get.
it was like 40 minutes away or 45 minutes away or something like that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's all
smooth
right.
move, X-Lax.
Who, yeah, who did someone follow you along the way and message you?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Brett's just teeing me up. I love it. So drive in or whatever, and we hit one of the stops or whatever. We're going to the washroom, and I'm like, oh, I got a message on Instagram. I look down at my message on Instagram, and it's Colton Smith. And he's sending me photos of my truck, like, "Hey, we're following you right now."
That's awesome.
And I was like, "You want to race?" He's like, "We didn't stop." So shout out Colton. So him and I talked. He was actually, I think he was on the way to school.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
he was on the way to school. So him and I shot the shit for, you know, I don't know, a couple minutes, and then so he's actually gonna come. I'm gonna bug him. I'm gonna get him on, but he'll be here on like Zoom, obviously, but because he's gone away to school, but we're gonna get him on for sure. What about you? You also went away too, didn't you?
Talk to
Brett.
Tristan.
Tristan, I'm talking to
Oh,
you.
I was gonna say Brett. I know went up
No,
north
well,
as well. Yeah.
Brett
I
has a
went the
little bit
opposite.
here, so
Yeah. I went the opposite direction. I went down south to Florida.
mhm.
The third week of August there. Fantastic time. Shout out to my aunt and uncle who were more than gracious to let us stay there for the weekend. My cousin Jeremy as well.
Mhm.
It was fun getting to rip on the jet ski, driving some fast cars. Living the high life for 7 days there, and then you
Fast
come
cars.
back
What
six.
well, you got to tell us what kind of cars?
Yeah, he's got a Toyota 86, but it's souped right up, and he actually has won. I don't even know how many car shows. Every car show he goes and he wins.
Oh wow.
Like it's best lowered vehicle, best aesthetic. It's all about the aesthetic of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he's got quite the machine. It goes extremely fast. And then my uncle, he's a car guy himself, so he's got a few old Corvettes and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool getting to see that and
Mhm.
just enjoy. Like, hey, I'm not complaining if one day I become a millionaire and I get to live in Florida. I'll put it that way. That would be my kind of lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. I love it. I love it. It's just I feel like I fit in. I don't. I stick out like a sore thumb. But actually I don't. I can rock I get a pretty good tan down there and I wear my rip off Rolex and I feel good about myself. So
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
the beach is
I
that
don't mind
way.
don't mind the beaches either, eh? Yeah.
That's
It's
funny.
exciting though.
Yeah.
Brett, and hold on, you're the one that's like you're like life's flying right now. So
Yeah.
explain to everybody here what's going on.
Yeah, the studio the spot that I'm recording in looks much different because I have moved. I moved the family out of Walkerville to a better area. Really excited about that. And what precipitated the move was that my family is getting bigger or has gotten bigger. Me and my wife had our third baby at the end of July, July 19th.
Yeah.
And
Hey, 2 days off of me. Let's go.
Sick
yeah,
that.
so everyone is doing very well. And that was like, I guess we recorded the last time I was on the podcast with you guys was episode 200, and it was probably the week prior to that.
Yeah.
And I was in the process of renovating my house in Walkerville so I could sell it in order to get into this house. And so ever since like June 18th or whatever, I have been like running on not fumes, but just like having to maximize
Mhm.
every minute of every day to
Right.
try and capitalize on
Yeah.
making this happen. We weren't planning on moving this year, but we found a house in a very desirable area in a nice school district that we couldn't pass up on. And so I had to put in a year's worth of work in about 4 weeks. And just to get a house ready, clear it out. I renovated the basement, and did a whole bunch of things to get it ready to be sold. And thankfully, thanks to my real estate agent Brad Bondi, not a paid ad, but he got it done. He was able to get us
Awesome.
into this house and sell the old one, and now we're in the process of unpacking after a very busy Labor Day weekend. We moved in just before Labor Day, and we're really, 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 really excited to be here. And this is going to be potential. Well, hopefully, this will be the last move I ever make,
Hmm.
because this is perfect for us. I feel like I could live here for the next 25 plus years. It's a fantastic area, great schools for the kids. It was something that just needed to be done,
Yeah.
and we couldn't pass up on it. Like I would never expect in a million years that I would be in the neighborhood that I'm in, but I'm very thankful to be there, right? So timing is everything in life, ladies and gentlemen,
100%.
and I'll tell you this: if there's a moment where you can kind of make your dreams come true, but you got to put in the work. Just put in the work, man.
Yeah.
Just do it. Don't hesitate. Don't just if you want something, go for it.
Yeah,
Like
don't settle for mediocrity.
you have to. Like you and like I'm so thankful that well, first of all, thankful that my wife found the listing on the thing
Yeah.
because we were hanging out at my sister's house in the pool for I think it was Father's Day and we're just hanging out and there was a open house for that house from like 2 till 4 and it's like 2:30 and my wife's like
Let's go.
we should go
Yeah.
check out this house, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like yeah, like who like okay, like there's probably going to be a million people checking it out, we're not going to get this house kind of thing. And like 2:45, hey, we should go and check out this house, but because we were in Harrow and then we have to go back into Windsor, so it's going to be like a 40 minute drive. I'm like, okay, whatever. And like at 3 o'clock, she's like, yo, we need to leave, like we need to go and like
Yeah.
check out this house.
That's her saying, Brett, I want this house. Get off your ass.
Yeah, get out of the pool, stop
Yeah.
playing mermaids with the
Yeah.
with your nieces
Brett
and everything.
topping in and out like
Yeah. And so we left and we checked it out, and it's one of those things where like as soon as you walked in, I was like, we drove to the area and we're like, oh, it's a nice area, like probably a million other people want this house, and we walked in and was like, this is what we're gonna get for this price. Got on the phone right away to my agent and said, hey, let's set up another viewing and let's try and make
yeah.
this happen, and had to make a bunch of other phone calls, because I'm not buying it with cash, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you
It's
got to
gonna
do
have to
it, man.
there's got to be some financial institutions involved, and probably felt like a million conversations and a million appointments and a million different kind of things and climb and stuff, but we made it happen, boys. And I
Good.
honestly, I've never been more proud. I've never been more
Love
proud to
it.
be where I'm at.
Yeah.
I moved to the city from when I was going to St. Clair, I moved to the city because like going back and forth to Harrow didn't make sense, right? So I moved into the city. I was just before I turned 21. I had lived in London for a year prior to that. Things didn't go well at Fanshawe College. Imagine that. And uh and uh and like I was in flux with a lot of things. Like I had moved and I had gone into like machine like I'd gone into tool and die for the summer,
Mhm.
thinking like, you know what, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna go be in the trade. Like
Yeah.
maybe college wasn't for me. Um, that job, respectfully, was horrible. And so I was like, you know what, maybe tool and die is not for me. And I decided to go back to college. One semester later, I moved into the city. And since then, since I moved to the city that first time, this spot will be my 10th different location that I've lived in the city in the past 13 years.
Holy
So
smokes.
and the spot prior to that was we were there for 6 years. So you do the math, 9 spots in 7 years. Like
Wow.
it was a little crazy for a while.
Yeah.
But we're not given any tasks that we can't handle for the most part.
Of
So I
course.
was able to get it done. And thankfully for support of, family, friends, and of course my wife, we were able to get it done. We were in the middle of I would not suggest moving your entire family or going through those kind of things when your wife is 8, 9 months pregnant,
Yeah.
but we did it
Hey,
and we
listen, Mary and Joseph did it.
yeah, that's true.
Boom.
That's true. I didn't think of
You're
that.
good.
But yeah, yeah. Thankfully, this is the one innkeeper he gave us a stable for the night. So
Now you don't have to move anywhere now, dude. Seriously,
I
man.
don't have to move ever
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And we
Let's
liked our
go.
old house, right? We liked
Yeah.
it, and and it's fine. Like, but it was getting to the point where like we're having our third child, so it's time for
Yeah.
us to
Yeah.
move on up, right? Try to at least. And so we were able to do that. And a lot of stressful nights, a lot of like conversations with me and Aunt at like 11 o'clock being like, I don't know, man. If I don't pull this off, I'm
I'm
never gonna
always fucking here, buddy. Always here.
yeah. Always like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this off. He's like, you got it, baby. Just stay crispy,
Yeah,
dog. Like
just like I said when you first walked on the bus, is that bright-eyed child. Just rip it, baby. It's all good.
just
It's
just
all
rip
you
it,
gotta
baby. It's
do.
all good.
And see, man, you pulled through. It's fine. Now you
I
don't
pulled
have
it
to
off.
move, dude. Seriously, man. Congrats, you did it. The family's bigger. You're into a new house. Now you don't have to move anymore. Yeah, take a
You,
breath,
Brett
baby.
mentioned being proud, and it's always cool to kind of put yourself in the reality of where you're at. Like, Brett, would you have ever imagined, you think back 12, 13, 14 years ago, would you pictured yourself where you are today? No, exactly.
No,
And it's that
sir.
enjoy the moment, right? Savor where you're at and that
Yep.
things were able to work out. That's fantastic. And I couldn't be happier for you. And I'm sure no one could be happier than you yourself. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Needless to say, boys, I'm very excited, and we're very proud to be where we're at, like we said. And I'm very proud to be back on the show with you guys. And I'm very happy that we get the privilege, we get the privilege of talking about hockey
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's awesome.
doing something that we love, right? So,
Mhm.
thank you to everyone for all the well wishes and the words of affirmation and everything like that. And everyone, a lot of people we found out a lot of people were pulling for us, right? So, and
Yep.
they're really happy that we were able to make this move. So, we're very thankful for all of that, and I can't wait to get back on the mic and back in front of the cameras with you guys, and do what we do. I think best. I don't know. A
I hope
certain
so.
list, certain feedspot.com said that we're pretty decent at what we do here.
I mean, number
Yeah.
8 in Canada, I would say, is pretty good amongst hockey pods, if you ask
Not
me.
too bad. Let's
Yeah,
go,
so
boys.
set us up there, and when so
I'm
for
back.
the people that don't know or don't see us on or on
So
Instagram or Facebook, so feedspot.com recently released a list of top 25 NHL podcasts in Canada, and I'll take number 8, dog. I'm not hey, like I would have
top
taken
half,
number 26. I would have taken number
Oh, yeah.
3,000, but they
top
said that
10, man.
they listed us as number 8 for NHL podcasts in Canada. So first of all, Ant, how does that make you feel, baby?
Oh, boys, it's because we're the kings of crispy. Like it just doesn't like it's
Crispy.
just. But that's the thing. Sometimes, whatever, we don't get episodes out when we want to. Hopefully, that can change at some point, and we can be a little more consistent with our shows and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's the summertime too, and but now seeing these not like our numbers and like like we're probably gonna have to be a little more consistent, which is fine. We have lives too. We have families and we have
Yeah.
jobs and Tristan's going to school and I have a family and Brett has a family and we're trying people. We're going to do our best. And but boys, number
Pat
8.
yourself on the back,
Number
dog.
Let's
8
go,
and
boys.
all listen. There's been so many people along this journey and that even goes back to Rob and it goes back to Kendra helping us fire up and freaking Billy. We had Billy as a producer before we got Drew on. And then you know what I mean? And then we get Brett and like we bring Tristan in and like so much has come together and stuff over the years and stuff like that. It's pretty remarkable what you can do when you kind of just put your brain to it and like especially over the past, like, since I broke my leg, because I've been on my ass. So I've really had a chance to dial in our social media and stuff like that and get a couple new sponsors for us and like stuff like that and merch stores and like just I'm trying to get it all going. But boys, number 8 is pretty freaking impressive if you ask
Yeah.
me. I got magazines reaching out to me. I did a quick little like magazine interview, which is up on our page for everybody to see. So I did that, kind of explain how the show goes and what we do and stuff like that. And it's been like these are coming more and more often.
Hmm.
And
And for good
it's
reason.
like you'll be surprised. Like that's probably the third or fourth magazine that has reached out for freaking interviews. And it's like, but I did that one because every one I look into, I do a deep dive into them. And Bold Journey is the name of it. And I looked at their Instagram page and they had like 70, 80,000 followers. So I was like, well, I should probably do this one. So,
Maybe.
yeah, so I did that one, but shout out to them because they've been amazing during the whole thing. The interview as well, like went well. And then, now they're going to send me like this little plaque thing for us that we could put up in the studio here of the article
Beautiful.
and stuff like that. And I made sure that there was also a photo of us three with Mac on there and stuff like
Hey,
that.
nice.
And
Watch
so
me get it. It's just Ant with the plaque.
yeah, it's just me with the plaque. Everybody, F you guys. No, but
But
honestly,
no, and
I couldn't have done it without like you guys, man, and like Drew doing all the like video and stuff like that. Like this is all hands on deck, and it always has been, and we're just gonna keep throwing out episodes, and we're gonna try to improve our show in the best way we can, and we're gonna try to keep it real here at the same time as and well, pardon my French because I'm trying not to swear on here a whole lot, but to the fucking moon, boys. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say. So,
yeah,
you guys in or what?
yeah, yeah. Well, I wanted to say though that especially like you mentioned with that injury, you could have taken a lot of opportunity to just sit and sulk.
Yeah.
It's probably what I would have done.
Mhm.
But in your case, you took our online presence to the next level, and you did it very, very well. Our followers have doubled in the span of 3 months, thanks to you, and a few videos that managed to take off.
Yeah.
With you're pushing hundreds of thousands of views now, so good on you for doing that and taking the initiative. It's like I said, you've been every single game. Some videos you get 30 likes, some you get 30,000, right? And you never
Yeah.
know. And it's putting in that consistent effort that is going to show the consistent growth. It's a cause and an effect. And between Drew and his consistency with his production of value of our videos, and you with the behind the scenes work, that's the reason we're going in the right direction. Me and Brett, oh yeah, we're great. We're good yappers, but that's about where we draw the line. So, and good for you for being kind of the Swiss Army knife of Hat Trick Hockey podcast as well as the creator.
Trust
I
me,
was gonna
boys.
call him the anchor because he's locking it down for
Yeah.
us,
Team
man.
team effort, boys. It doesn't matter what you do on the show. It's like it takes an army, dude, and like it's
Big shout out
more.
to Drew, man. Thank you,
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
like one of the things too, and I said in the article, I believe, is I said it's more than just firing up the mics and talking. Like there's
Yeah.
research, there's marketing, like we don't just pull the cash out of our pocket. Like we have sponsors that help us get our equipment and stuff like that and pay for stuff that we do and this and that. And so I don't know, the
And they
more
wouldn't be
that
along for the ride if they didn't understand the quality of the product,
that
right?
is
Right.
true. And like Andrew Gibson came into this studio and absolutely smashed the shit out of my simulator in a good way. And like this guy was hitting 375-yard drives.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
insane.
Carrying like 360. The guy's his legs are like, you should see the freaking tracks on that
He's a
guy.
big kid.
Holy crow.
Yeah.
But he comes in here and then he hits the hole in one too. He hits the hole in one, smashes the shit out of the simulator, and then gives me an amazing interview and dips. But he was he was incredible, man. So hopefully everybody watched that show because he still has and will soon to be one of the best stashes, but it will be in the NHL. So
That kid is going places,
yeah,
and yeah,
he's a
just you know what?
absolute beauty.
Yeah, you look at the kind of personnel that we're starting to get on the show. We've
Yeah,
always had obviously
yeah.
high caliber individuals, but the consistency of that, as it's always been, keeping our standards high,
Mm-hmm.
it's paying off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
100%.
you want to shift gears, Brett? Anything
Yeah, should we get into the
particular?
hockey? Oh, well, here, we'll kind of ease our way into the hockey. I want to give a quick shout out to, I don't know if Brad had it in his notes, but J.R. Grant for 1,000 games with the Spits.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Equipment
that's right.
manager. He's an absolute legend here in Windsor with the Spits. So I reached out to him through our account and I just said, "Hey, congrats on 1,000 games and this and that." And JR has agreed to come on the show. So once we line up a good time with him, and then we're gonna get him on the to like shoot the shit with us and explain what he does. I asked him if it's possible that maybe he can give us a like locker room tour and maybe we can interview somewhere at the rink with him, but if we can figure that out. But JR has agreed to come on the show and just kind of tell us what he does. So big shout out to him.
Yeah. For sure.
Wonderful.
Thanks, JR. He's been doing that for a long time. He's like that was like his high school co-op was like being the assistant equipment manager with the team back. I think he started in '07 or '08. I'm not sure
Wow.
if he was there for the first Memorial Cup, but I think he was there for the second one. But yeah, J.R. Grant's one of those guys that just you just got to keep grinding, man. He's done like the World U17 Hockey Challenge and a few other things and definitely deserves the flowers that he's gotten. And the organization did a nice job of honoring that last year. And the cool thing that I've learned about JR's influence with the team too is like they know that he's a big NASCAR guy, and so they had like NASCAR themed jerseys for one of their
Yeah,
like
that's
special
right.
team nights, and like
Love
that
it.
like if JR isn't as loved and appreciated in that organization as he is, there's no way they're doing a NASCAR night. You know what I mean? It's just
Mhm.
like those are the kind of people that you build a franchise around. Like
Yep.
like
Yeah,
it takes a village, right? It's not
yeah, it
all
does.
about not everything's about the players. Obviously, the players are and the coaches are a huge part of it. But like it's the support staff and it's the back of the house people and it's
And
the event
that's
management and like
That's what I love about hockey on even at the major junior level is that sense of community that's there, that when you walk into the arena, you're all there. It's not to see a professional game or to, post online, oh, I went to this or it's you're there to watch the hockey game because you're in support and that's your hometown team, right? Just the same as going over here to the 73s game and, appreciating the people that make it all possible. Uh, like JR. So
Mhm.
that's really awesome. And I'm glad that they've given him all the accolades that they can, and that he can continue to have them. And I'm looking forward to having him on the show as well.
Yeah.
for sure. And talking about support put behind the scenes, I forgot to say I wanted to give my wife a big shout out for
Mm,
being kind of the rock of the whole situation behind us here. She could have not been down for all the things that we had to
Yeah.
do over the past few months, right? She was pregnant with our third baby, right? But she took everything in stride, and I'm very proud of her as well. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget that as well, because behind every good man is a great woman, right, Aunt?
Yeah.
mm.
Sometimes
I,
frowning, but it's okay.
well, I can't imagine, without without Steph's support right after your injuries and stuff, like things, and like you guys just moved too, like at the end of December,
We
right?
moved like 8 days away from Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a tough.
winds of change have been blowing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm. And don't worry, Tristan. The next magazine interview request that we get is going to be for GQ, and you're going to be on the cover, baby.
Yeah, because we
If
can't send
only.
because we can't send me or Brett.
They don't
Because
want milk toast
GQ,
bodies.
these
They
no,
want
guys say.
I'm built like a
they
bag
want
of
the shredded
milk.
kid.
Like there's no way I'm doing
Oh,
that.
I
I'll tell you
appreciate it,
that.
boys, but
I'm like the
what
Chunkendales.
matters is, the condition of people's heart, and that's all I care about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're a good guy, and I like your dad too. He's been a big supporter too, and I've shared like text messages and stuff with him about, the whole thing. He would check in with me
Yeah.
every few weeks, be like, "Hey, everything going on with the house?" And like when I finally said, "We got a house," like we sold the house, Pat, and he was just like, "Yeah!" Like you
Oh
can
yeah,
imagine just like
Pat
the
will
giggle.
Sally.
So I
Yeah.
can't wait for you guys to come check it out, and I can't wait to get everything going in hockey
Mm-hmm.
season
Mm-hmm.
because there's been a lot that has been going on in the past couple of months.
Yeah.
Do you guys like because the last time all of us talked, it was just straight NHL talk because we
Yeah.
had the draft, we had the Stanley Cup Finals had finished.
I feel like we mention some of the signings 73s that had? I think we
No,
did.
we didn't
Not
do
not the
any
most
junior
recent.
hockey because we hadn't done any junior hockey
Okay.
because we ripped it for almost 2 hours about the NHL for episode 200.
Mhm.
Holy
So
smokes.
yeah, so
Wow.
let's start
We
with
got
our local levels here and
yeah.
let's talk about some junior C because holy cow, this Stobbs division is going to be electric this year. I've had a lot of conversations with different people from different teams, and boys, buckle up your chin
Yeah.
straps because it's going to
Mhm.
be a fun season in Junior
Yeah.
C to start
Dude,
things off. What have you
there
got?
there's players flying everywhere right now. Like
Yeah.
it's wild. Like
I'm
some guy.
like I'm starting to think that I don't know. There's going to be four or five teams that probably could beat the other team and like rather than they should as it has been
Mhm.
in past years, it's going to be a lot more competitive at the top of
Yeah,
that division. And
you're not
anyone,
gonna
especially
go ahead. Sorry.
places, sorry, like from one to three, I think is interchangeable, and I think from three to six will be interchangeable
Yeah.
as well. Like pick whatever you want. It's
Mhm.
going to be in a randomized order.
I was
Yeah, like in the past we had talked about, Essex and Lakeshore being at the top and
yeah.
seeing who was kind of the next tier. And like from everything that I've heard, it's going to be pretty wide open. And the top half of that entire division is going to be, hey, if you don't have your A game that night, you're going to get some points taken from you. It's
Yeah.
not like we were a couple times during the year like, okay, Essex got sent or Essex or Lakeshore. Oh, they went to overtime with one team, so that team's kind of stole a point away from them.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
buddy, it's going to be electric from opening night all the way until the end of the regular season because
Yeah.
no one knows how these teams are going to stack up.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
And man, I
It's
like I don't even know where to begin. Like, cause it's like teams have made just such like drastic changes, and like Amherstburg signed like a bunch of good players, and um frickin' Blenheim, holy crow, Blenheim is going to be good, like real good this year too,
yeah.
and like
Blenheim,
obviously will be
Moortown, and
good.
Amherstburg
Obviously,
have all
like
impressed me with their off seasons.
Yeah.
who's that?
Blenheim, Moortown, and Amherstburg have
Yeah,
impressed me with their off season so
yeah,
far.
man.
A bunch of guys from the Chatham Maroons have come down and signed in Junior C now, and they've made their respective homes.
Mhm.
And like all these high quality players are bouncing around, and like
Yeah.
Kale Marin signs with Amherstburg.
Yeah,
Obviously, some guys from Essex, like Matt Crawford, is going from Essex to Leamington now. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
that's a big jump for him. Like, who are some of the big names that have stuck out to you? And we're not going to try and not
Yeah.
include certain people, but just off the top of our heads, like what are some of the headlines that caught your attention?
Did I see this one correctly? Did Amherstburg trade Russell Vaughn?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay, I did see that correctly because I don't know, is he going to like school or like working or something up there? Because that's usually what
I
triggers a
I'm
trade.
I'm not positive.
Because a
Maybe he
guy
is.
like that, man, he was incredible last year, and
Yeah.
that's why I was thinking like, whoa, like because I can't really see Amherstburg getting rid of him if he's, you know what I mean, not working or
Right.
going to school or doing something up there.
It
And I'm
makes me
not,
wonder
yeah, like
if
it just,
Emmitsburg has something else waiting in the
I
wings
mean, Mr.
because
Sykes has
he was
done,
their starting goaltender.
yeah, yeah, he was.
Um, and they rid themselves of that.
Sykes has been busy over there, man.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Like you said, they already have Marin Tate. They already had Drew Booker there last year. Like that team's, and they just signed today Jackson Blair, former 73's AP. He's
Yep.
a sneaky player.
And
I know Blairsy from school. He's a good guy,
Yeah.
but not just the character he brings. He is a good player,
Yeah. They
very
got
good, and I
they
think he'll
got
fit into their top six automatically.
Milo too. They got Milo too.
Yeah, Luka
Yeah,
Milicevic, we traded. Obviously, that
Yeah,
well, we
like
can bring up that trade.
go for it.
So the 73s traded Luka Milicevic to the Amherstburg Admirals with a player development fee in exchange for. I'm gonna pull up his name here. Wyatt Goody, 6'3", 180 pounds. He can throw the body around. He's a good two-way centerman. He's fast. He's a really good skater and edge work for his height and size. He's not gangly on the ice. He's going to be a good player for Essex, probably somewhere in their middle six. Um, yeah,
we
he's
added some size this
yeah.
off
The seven.
season.
Well, we kind of had to. We'll get to that after. But our back end is we loaded up a lot of size in the front, and our back end's getting smaller. So yeah,
Mhm. Just for clarification, Russell Vaughn went to the Blenheim Blades for a player development fee.
Like
right.
that's
That's a
like
great deal for Blenheim.
100%.
Blenheim's stacked.
Yeah.
They have now they've got Jake Van Coyley and Russell Vaughn, two
Yeah.
starting goalies.
They
Like
have a
what?
1A, 1A, 1B there now.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally. No, I'm okay. You know who's really hush hush, and I think it's because when I think social media they just shut down for the summer is Lakeshore. Um, I've monitored a couple other signings. I know they got Nick Graniaro and
Yep.
what's his name? Oh,
So Nick,
Evan.
sorry.
Evan Cote.
Mhm.
He went to the States last year to play, and now he came back. So they're adding size as well themselves, but they're pretty hush hush on who they've signed. I'm assuming they have the same goalie duo with Porosky um, and Hunter Welk for school, but I'm not positive if Welk is still there. So we'll see how Amherstburg shapes up. Amherstburg, Lakeshore. Lakeshore played a exhibition game versus Elmer the other day, which I
Yes.
was not aware was going to happen. Elmer actually shut them out 3-0.
Yes.
Um,
Shots were 38-21 for Lakeshore, though.
Damn,
well, shout
who's
out to the
playing
kids
net for
goalie.
that? Who's playing net for?
It doesn't say.
Oh, okay, because it's
Probably
exhibition.
their goaltender for the year, I'd assume, but that's impressive.
Yeah.
Um,
Because then Essex made a trade for an Elmer player as well.
correct,
The
yes, and that
Elmer
was
Spitfires.
we traded a player development fee to the Elmer Spitfires for Matt Cole. Matthew Cole, he is a 5'5", 170-pound defenseman, so the little engine that could, but he hits really hard for his size. All the photos I've seen of him are just because of the low center of gravity, him blowing somebody up. And he moves the puck pretty well, from what I understand. He also AP'd with the St. Thomas Stars last year in the PJHL. So, for being a young guy, he's a 2007 birthday. This is his first year in university, hence why he got traded to us. He's going to the University of Windsor. So,
Hmm.
Excellent.
I like guys that hit. Apparently, who is the one guy too we signed on D that just like I guess
Austin
this guy
Wright.
crushes people. Yeah.
So Austin Wright turned Patrick McManus into a pancake last year in the preseason. And I remember because it was for Wheatley he was playing there, and Wheatley was trying to figure out who they wanted to be their 16-year-old, and it came down to between him and whoever their actual 16-year-old ended up being. I can't recall, but it was just you would flatten people. McManus, a guy who played literally
Yeah.
in the OHL,
Yeah.
he went into the corner and thought, "Oh, this kid's gonna be nothing big." And it was actually a reverse hit. Wright went whew, straight to the shoulders, and Pat was on his back in about 5 sec or zero point 0.5 seconds. So, uh, yeah, this kid's gonna be really good for us. Um, Austin Wright, 6'1", or sorry, 5'11", 180 pounds. So he's built very well for his age. He's a 2008. We're getting a lot of young players.
Well,
Like
we
the
need
majority of
to.
our signings this offseason have been 2008.
Good.
So
You want
And
to
the
know
thing that
too?
makes him more exciting to see, he's from Harrow, Ontario,
yes,
the
sir.
hockey capital of Essex County, baby. Way to rep the H, my man. So Austin Wright, welcome to Essex 73s.
Here's a
Yeah.
little thing. Well, he'd be maybe a really good guy to wear our sweater this year. Hint, hint.
Oh,
Executive. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Love you guys though.
Yeah, I'll go through some of the
I mean, he's a
73
Harrow
signings
boy.
because
He's a
we
Harrow
haven't
boy. Come on.
we haven't even talked about any signings since I think back in July.
Well,
So
let her rip, dog.
so
So we covered Matthew Cole and we covered Austin Wright.
right,
Yeah.
so and Wyatt Goody from the trades.
Very
So
good.
we signed Brock Devlin, goaltender, 6 feet, 172 pounds. Hey, that sounds familiar. But he's a 2008 birthday from the BioSteel Academy. Terrific numbers there. He had like a 1.3 goals
Mhm.
against average. So was the starting goaltender for that team at BioSteel. He's from Bell River, Ontario. To clarify, everybody, we traded the other goalie we had signed, Thomas Kinijev, who we had signed back in late June. He was traded to the no, not Espanola Paper Kings. I'm trying to think of the team. It's
I don't
well,
see it. Yeah.
it's in the Noj, the NOJHL. I'll be able to tell you. Just give me 1 second here.
No problem. But the last time we chatted, we had talked about how Tony was coming back,
Right,
Tony Grossi's back for the season.
Mhm.
Knizev was the goalie. You guys signed Ethan O'Neill as well. You guys
right.
signed Andrew Baker from Sun County. Devin, sorry, Ethan O'Neill's from BioSteel,
Yeah,
and you also signed
Dude,
Connor Hunt. Connor
yeah.
Hunt.
That's kind of the most major one
is
that
that
I
good?
thought
Is
we
that
might have talked
good?
about it, but okay. So if you've seen like obviously everyone knows Patty McManus came in as our superstar, but Connor Hunt is our superstar this year. This kid's shot is like almost pro level. Like wait until you see Connor Hunt on the ice, fans. You know, a week from yesterday, next Tuesday we kick it off, and oh boy, is he going to be a
Mhm.
machine.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
Oh, let me tell you guys. So I was at the orange white game for a bit,
yeah,
and everybody in these red helmets, all these BioSteel kids are flying around there. One kid grabbed the puck. I don't know who it was. He grabbed the puck. He just took off. It looked like he was in fast forward, like watching this kid skate. I looked up at somebody. I was like, who the hell is that? I forget what they said, but there was like four freaking four, like five of them out there in these red
yeah.
BioSteel stuff. But I was just like, and they were every single one of them was flying, flying. So I was just
And
like,
we signed
okay.
like we're signing not just quality players but quality people. Like we got the captain of the Windsor AAA team from the U16 last year, 2008 born Gavin Gaudette,
Yeah.
right shot defenseman. He is going to be playing for us. So
It's my long
that's,
lost son.
we got a good balance of right and left shot, something like last year. Yeah, it's a good
Just
last name.
it's a joke.
Keep I suppose this video will be released in a couple of days. There is another Gaudette being signed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm not aware of any relation, but they will be on the blue line together, so it'll get a little confusing.
What if
So
I'm on the call? There's a lot of
it's Gaudette
Godettes
with one
involved in it
T. I'll
here.
have to specify. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
But just adding a point about Connor Hunt there. He was a former U18 OHL pick from Kingston in 2021, and then he won the 2025 Sutherland Cup with Chatham. So this
yeah,
guy has been playing in some big games all season long, and he was one of their best players, right? Right,
yeah,
Tristan?
yeah. And we got, I think we got maybe the best forward available. For 2004 birthday, that superstar where you can have that guy who finishes their junior career and then they drop down. We got the best one available, baby. But Blenheim, they got the best D-man available. Oh my gosh, they got Blaine Bassick, captain of the Chatham Maroons, added to their blue line where they already had Brad McAlpine, and now they've got David Brown as a forward coming from the London Nationals. Like Blenheim is loading up, but put an asterisk there because they had to get rid of their other 04 who would have been a superstar, and they elected to go with Blaine Bassick over Cameron Graham. So Cameron and Colton Graham, as I think we had already discussed this, they get traded to the Dresden Junior Kings. So now Dresden all of a sudden has
Yeah.
firepower, and they've made a couple key signings as of late too. guys dropping down from junior B. So I'm sitting here thinking, you know, who's gonna someone is going to drop. I'm gonna say this, okay? Here's my hot take prediction for the season. Someone major, whether it's Essex or some other team, I'm not trying to, knock on wood, it's not Essex, but someone major is going to drop 2 places, and someone who's kind of, been in the shadows in the past is going to jump 2 places this season. I'm not going to say who I think it is. I know who I've got up in my head, and then they're going to scream, oh, it's biased. That's fine. It's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, I think there's going to be significant standing changes when February rolls around.
Yeah, like we said, like that entire division is wide open. Like it just
Yeah.
just depends on, like, with so many quality players being signed in the off season, doesn't matter what team you're on. Like it's going to be a battle every single night in these divisions, right? The Dresden Kings get two fantastic players in the Graham brothers there. Blenheim gets a handful of really solid players after a good playoff run for them last year,
Yeah, they
right?
gave Essex a run for their money.
Yeah, that was a good 5 game series, right? And a
Blenheim's
couple.
always it's always a hard fought games against hard fought, physical, fast pace, hard hitting. It's always like that against Blenheim.
Yeah, that arena's not fun to play in either.
Yeah,
No.
and it's
As
not
as
just
a
because
fan, I'm sitting there and you got what's his name? Brutus Blade.
what to say. Brutus is gonna come bully Tristan every time he goes to the
He's
rink.
got this little tube thing around his waist and he starts pumping it at you and you're like, "Oh my
Just give him a
God."
stunner. I'd give him a
Like,
stunner right in the middle of
whoever is in that costume does an amazing job,
the. Oh
man.
yeah. I mean, you
The
got it
guys
if you kind of look like frickin' what's his name, Gritty or whatever,
Gritty.
right?
Oh yeah, it's literally. I wonder
It's
who
like a
came
red
first, the
Gritty.
chicken or the head kind of thing, but or chicken or the egg, but
Yeah,
yeah,
like the Philly Fanatic, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, looks good. That's exciting. So you know what, man? Shout out to all these teams because
Yeah.
no one slept in the off
Good.
season. Right? Everyone saw the long run that Essex had in their playoff run, and shout out to I was talking to Pat Scarlett at the Windsor Lancers soccer game the other day, and we are talking about how good that Hanover Barons team was.
It was insane.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
And they
Insane.
saw what kind of
scary.
players that those teams had. I mean, those kind of the players that team had, and who dropped down, and who they were able to sign. That's what you got to do.
Mhm.
I
And
mean, but it was almost like the players that Hanover are getting. It's like how
yep,
they got like 4 guys from the OJHL national champions,
yep.
the Collingwood Blues, and I was like, when I heard that, because I wasn't aware of that until they played that series back in May, and I was like, oh shoot. Like I told you guys before, Collingwood was the best team I've ever seen put on ice at any level as a team, and oh my gosh, did they show it. I don't know if you recall, Ant, the game tying goal that they had, that it was about 10 passes in 5 seconds and it was in the
Yeah.
back of our net when they
In game
came back and
four,
won. I was like,
Oh
four
yeah.
to one, and I remember thinking this is not over. Like if they score one, they're tying the game. I knew that was going to happen, and then it just OT went exactly how I expected it to go. I was like, yeah, they were on fire. Aaron Dukeshire, that entire team.
yeah,
Maloney, McIntosh, any name you think of, they were good. So
yeah. The goalie was fantastic too. I forget
Sam
his name.
Barrett, Sam Barrett had like 7 goals in the four
Yeah, he
games
did.
against Essex. Like, so yeah,
Unreal.
yeah.
Unreal. Just before, I don't want to forget about this, but you guys also have the Essex 73's golf tournament coming up soon, right?
hmm
Yes.
So it says that it's September 20th, and it's at your favorite golf course, Bellevue.
Yeah, I
And you
like
just
playing
had a nice,
Bellevue.
yeah, you just had a nice golf day there recently, right?
No, we played Coachwood this year because the owner of our great drink here, BioSteel,
Yep.
his name's Dan Crosby. He owns Coachwood.
Okay.
So we shot out there and played this year. DMAC didn't get a chance to come though because he's having some issues at the border. He's not in trouble. It's immigration stuff. So he would have been able to come across, but he wouldn't be able to get back home.
Yeah.
So I told him, don't risk it. Like, we don't want that to happen and everything. So,
Yeah,
uh,
because he was supposed to do some wrestling dates out here too, right? And I'm sure that
yeah, you
affected that
can't
as
right
well.
now. You can't right now. He said though he will make it up to us that he's going to probably this winter when he gets everything all sorted out, he's going to shoot out here. We'll do a real deep dive with him on like Red Wings and
How are the
like
Wings going to
stuff
be?
like
Yeah.
that. We'll do that again in studio, and then we'll probably do a probably like a golf stream after. We'll do a like hole in one challenge or something. He's already agreed to do that. So
You guys got to get him out to a 73s game and have him jump on the call.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's there, if it lined up at a good time, like I'm trying to get him into a couple of the of like local hockey teams dressing rooms too, to just go in there and like have a chat with the kids and like stuff like that. So I'm gonna
Well,
try to get him.
his son helped Essex to a Schmaltz Cup
Yeah.
finals.
His son
Griffin
is
McCurdy.
the coach of UCLA
Yeah.
hockey. So
Unreal.
yeah, man, it's wild. But he's but yeah, so you know Mac, he always figures it out for us. He always does. So hopefully he can get that figured out soon, because like golf day and everything, we still played. We played 3 versus 3. We played so we had to move Tony over with Drew and Chris. My nephew Jack played with me and BioSteel Bobby, they call him. So Bobby
Bobby.
played with us again. Yeah, he hits incredible shots. But but it ended up to where we only beat them by a stroke.
No
Yep.
way.
Yeah.
Got that close.
I played probably the worst round of golf I've ever played in my entire life. Um,
Sure.
no, I'm not joking. It was pathetic. But I had got new like irons, like new to me. I'm not using that as an excuse. I was absolutely terrible, and I just didn't have a good round. Jack hit some incredible shots. Bobby hit some incredible shots. Where I was trying to help them is I was just trying to hit the fairway and sink putts,
Your moral
because
support.
because I couldn't do any. But now I've got these figured out. So hopefully,
Good.
once I get this shoulder done, I can go back to being the king of crispy. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Reclaim your throne.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we only won by a stroke. That was it. Like it was a good match. They hit some ridiculous. Drew is playing probably the best golf he's ever played right now.
Yeah, I always see him
It's
putting
it's
clips up,
it's
practicing and
it's
hitting
in
Porta Johns.
yeah, he well, that was because one of his buddies was in there. But he's been playing a lot of golf, man, and he's playing real good right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that. But it was an eventful day. We went out, we had some fun. We shot a little bit of video that's being worked on right now, but we were gonna have Claro out again with us if we had DMAC and over, but I just figure I would have him out when we have DMAC over here, because then it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Then it's all well crispy, as we would say here. But
Mhm.
I just want it to be nice when he's here, and the video quality and everything be good when he's here. So
For
Jonathan.
sure.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
yeah,
Mhm.
so we'll figure that out. But yeah, let's keep moving along here.
For sure. One player that the Essex 73s are not going to have this year is going to be Santiago Jimenez, because he is signed by the Leamington Flyers of Junior A, and rightfully so. He's a fantastic young man. So Crawford and Jimenez, two 16-year-olds that played for the 73s, are both going to go to Leamington this year. And in the OJHL, Dale Mitchell is now
Yeah.
the head coach and the GM of that
Wow.
team.
I
And the
love
yeah.
I love what he's done. Made the
Yeah.
whole team is almost local now. Like
Hmm.
signing Jimenez, signing Matt Crawford, who initially had signed with LaSalle, um, and then he went to Leamington, and another former 16-year-old in the 73s, Bryce Bello
Yeah.
signs there as a
Yeah.
defenseman.
Oh,
So
sweet.
after playing last year with the Vipers, so that whole team is going to be very, very local, and I'm going to be watching them. I love Leamington
We're
Flyers
gonna have
games.
to like actually go to some games this year.
Yeah, like I try and catch at least 5 to 10 Flyers games a year because it's just so much fun. The
And
OJHL is probably my favorite level of hockey to watch.
if they're on the road, I have Flow,
Flow
Well,
Sports,
Flow
yeah, perfect.
Sports. They're on
yeah.
Because
there, and now I guess the OHL is going to Flow Sports, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Thought I
guess
seen that.
Flow Hockey is going to do, they just signed like a 7-year deal with the OHL.
mm,
We are still going to be doing their games for Kojiko as well. Like Kojiko and Rogers are both going to be doing their teams, like both going to be taking care of their respective markets. But all the online streaming that used to be on OHL Live and like the CHL app,
Mhm.
and it's all going on to Flow Hockey. And it's not like it's a 1 year thing that they're trying. They signed a 7 year deal,
Yeah.
so
Let's seem
that's where the
confident
future
that
of their league's going to be.
that's going to
Flo,
draw in views, I
Flo,
suppose. So
yeah. Flo has it figured out though when it comes to games and stuff. But here's the one question that I have, and I don't know if you already said this and me just not paying attention because I'm a complete mutant, but are we are they going to be able to see us on Flow if they have it, or are we only going to be able to be seen on Kojiko?
I believe that our feed will only be on Kojiko for Kojiko subscribers,
Okay.
because that's a weird like CRTC. Like we're there because they're playing in the States, and we need Canadian content on our side to be able to show the game. So we are going to be on there, but I I I I haven't heard anything about where that partnership is going further. I do know that Kojiko and AM 800 have signed on to do TV and radio respectively for this season. I do not know what that means for future seasons.
Okay.
So I guess TBD. Um, Chris McLeod, Nick Warner for Your TV Windsor, and Steve Bell and Manny Pava for AM 800 are going to be doing their respective play-by-play and color commentary on those mediums, and we will be your studio analysts for when they are on the road. It's either 9 or 10 games this year, and we
wonderful.
start in November. So like last year, what was it? Last year or 2 years? Yeah, last year we had the first game of the year, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Cornelius
did.
made his
We were
fucking
on the road in
appearance on
Hey,
Saginaw.
Kojiko.
when is our schedule? I'll make a graphic and I'll do a post for that. So
I will. I believe I have the list. I think
Oh
I
yeah,
sent
last year you did a bomb graphic for it. It had all our games listed at.
I'll kind of do a rinse and repeat, maybe change the colorway a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Yeah, so
crispy.
I believe we have either 9 or 10. I just don't know if we are doing the game for Brampton this
Okay.
year because or Mississauga.
It's on our
Sorry,
schedule, isn't it? It's Brampton.
yeah, I forget. Yeah, because Mississauga went down the street to Brampton.
Hmm.
We had done Mississauga games in the past, but this past year's game got canceled because like our coverage of it got canceled because the local channel was going to be doing the Lancers football game
Yeah.
instead because they had the number one team in the country there, and it just
Yeah.
got posted to the like the Super Sports Pack. So
Hmm.
um, to be determined. So we're going to be there for at least 8 or 9 games. I'm not sure if it's going to be 10 or not, but we don't start until November 1st.
But then
So
I think there's a little bit of a stretch where we go like boom, 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 boom. Like there's like two or three like close.
So I think we have at least 5 or 6 games, like starting December 8th, 28th. We're in the studio every Saturday from December 28th until like January 31st or something. We have every Saturday in January.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
Beautiful. I'll be right into the winter semester.
Yes. It won't be
Trying to
stressful at all.
trying to enjoy winter. Yeah, no. That's just a nightmare stretch. That January to April, you're like,
Yeah.
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 It's all rush, 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 get it done, get it done, get it done.
Kojiko Studios though, keep that snack thing full so we don't get a grumpy Tristan.
No, we're just gonna have to go to the we just have to go to a
Listen,
wholesale
I
warehouse
need
down
my
in the
Reese's peanut
I don't
butter
feel like
fix, all
getting
right?
torched in the studio this year, thanks.
Yes.
Cornelius
And Reese's
the
peanut butter
Yeah,
cups.
Cornelius made his appearance that day, made his first hi. It was just
That was so awesome. When he pulls up his computer's got about 95 font on it.
yeah.
He's got
Hey, that's
three
because my
words a
old
page.
eyes. Okay. It's my old eyes.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. It should be a fun year. The Spits look like a very good team. They just released their preseason roster. Not
Mhm.
a whole lot of surprises of the guys that they reassigned to different levels. A bunch of different guys are going to go to Junior A, Junior B squads. Um, I can't say that there was any surprises who made the preseason roster. They've still got the 4 goalies that we saw last year. We saw Joey Costanzo is going to be the overage goalie. You got Carter Froggatt, got Michael Newlove, who was the number one overall pick in the U18 draft a couple years ago, and they got the young guy Jake Winbiel.
Mhm.
So and he played a lot of time in LaSalle. So those three goalies, who are respectively going to be Joey Costanzo's backup, they all played at different levels. Like Carter Froggatt was the main backup all
Mhm.
season, but he came from Junior B. Like Michael Newlove, he came from Junior A. He played for a couple different teams in the OJHL, and Jake Winbiel played a lot of time with LaSalle Vipers. So
Yeah.
it's basically an open crease to see who's there and who's going to be competing to be the top Spitz goaltender this year. But I think the only name that I probably aren't going to see, but we're not gonna rule out that he could come back, is Ilya Protas. So like as of right now, Green Tree is on the preseason roster for
Los
Windsor.
Angeles.
He hasn't gone to camp yet with LA. The only person that wasn't on the preseason roster was Protas, but that does not mean that he won't be sent down. But I think it's a different situation because he's a year older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be in pro no matter what, I think.
So
Yeah,
he'd
he
be
could
going to the
potentially go.
AHL, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think there could be a scenario where he does get dropped down to junior, but I don't foresee it. That kid was electric last year.
Hmm.
So
And he's
it's gonna
giant.
be yeah. It was gonna be Green Tree. Green Tree's gonna be the leader. He's gonna be the captain. He's gonna be a superstar this year. He's
Yeah.
I'm not going to say he's a lock to be on the World Junior team, but he is a heavy favorite to make that team. We were all surprised that he didn't make that team last year.
If he doesn't make Team Canada this year, I'm spinning my bucket with somebody because it's like,
But they
'cause-
also didn't take Michael Miza last year.
I know that
So
Yeah,
was,
that's a crock. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Don't even get me started on that.
but
That's
like
whoever selected that team, good on them. Who do we lose to in the shootout? Wasn't it like who's the most random team?
we were out at
Kazakhstan or something?
we well, they didn't make it. I don't think they made it out of pool play. I think
Yeah,
they lost in the quarters maybe.
Canada lost to someone in the shootout. It was terrible.
Yeah, I think it was Switzerland.
Was that it?
I don't remember, but it was a
Someone they had
very
no
disappointing
business.
World
They were
Junior.
like the second to last seed, and it's like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, it wasn't a good year. But this doesn't. It's not surprising. Like Hockey Canada a few years ago, Wyatt Johnson didn't make the World Junior team, and now he's been lighting it up in the NHL ever since.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you know what? It goes to back to players and respective coaches and all that kind of stuff. So
But a second,
Question:
sorry.
Did Rosati make the preseason
no,
roster? No, he
no,
didn't.
he
Eh?
he was reassigned. Nick Rosati was reassigned. I didn't.
I
LaSalle?
wanted to see him there.
Yeah, he was a good player. Yeah. So I would assume he's going to be in LaSalle this year. I didn't see specifically, but I haven't looked at that because the
I
preseason
think he
roster was
did
just
sign with
released.
LaSalle a while ago,
Yeah, that
like
that
right
makes
after
sense
the.
to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
wouldn't go
might
back
get
after
some
CFC.
games. Who knows? If you get a skill guy out at the top of the lineup, give the kid a shot.
Absolutely.
He's
But they
he
also
was
drafted pretty well too, so we'll
yeah,
see.
he's
There's
like
a
a Alex
handful of
DeBrincat
players.
out there. Kid's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good player. He was a lot of fun to watch for Lakeshore, and I can't wait to see what kind of roster they put together this year as well. Let's preview season opener next week, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Who
Yeah,
do we got?
I haven't even thought about it. I've been kind of like mentally preparing myself for just it's gonna be okay now. Now you gotta lock in and it's gonna be all 73s, you know. Kind of a I guess you could say like a bigger role with the team this year.
Mhm.
Um, and we play
Wow.
the Moortown Flags.
Flags.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, our first game, Ant, I haven't even the schedule isn't even up on the PJHL app, so I gotta go on the actual website here.
That creamsicle biosteel is unreal. It is
Unreal.
unreal.
BioSteel. Man,
It
they're
just
they're sponsoring everything. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're going to be all over the U Sports volleyball championships this year
Mhm.
too. And
So actually,
yeah,
sorry,
go ahead.
my apologies. It's 2 weeks before our first game,
Okay, 2 weeks. Okay,
so it'll be Tuesday, September 16th. Moortown comes to Essex, but on the 12th, Essex is up in Dresden the Friday prior. So we'll see.
road trip.
Oh,
road trip
and
to Dresden.
everyone, maybe make the drive up on Sunday,
Mhm.
September 28th to Blenheim to see Essex square off versus Blenheim in the first clash of maybe the new Titans. We'll see. Lakeshore always seems to figure it out. Obviously, they signed, I forgot to say, they signed Michael Kopchuk as well, from the London Nationals, their captain last year. So they obviously keep their decor pretty formidable with
Mhm.
that addition. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
that series with Essex was pretty solid, man, because they took game two, right? It was Essex took game one, Blenheim took game two, and then game three went into overtime, double overtime, right?
double OT, and it was Gabe
The stretch
Barrett.
pass.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Brogan Calhoun came out, throws it up ice, 2-on-1 backdoor. That video for the 73 site that was posted, it took off. Like I think every PJHL team liked that post because it's electric, when you see all the boys, a big road win. Nothing beats, the fans are flipping you off behind the glass, and you
I love
just
that.
yeah, they've been there for now 4 hours, and that's how they end their night, Yeah, you thought you could upset Essex, no shot. And then
Mhm.
the last game there, it was just an onslaught. What was it, like 8-3?
Yeah.
Something like that,
They
yeah.
they actually no, it was like 8-5, I think, because I think Blenheim kept scoring, and I was like, not again. But they come back to Essex 5-0, throw the egg up on the board. Yeah, but Blenheim, whole new team this year. And they kept a lot of their best players. Obviously, they lose the Grahams who kind of carried them.
Mhm.
But McAlpine on defense, that guy plays like he's 30 years old. Like
Smart
he's
player.
he's only an 04, and I can't even believe that. I'm like, and he's been their captain back-to-back years. Obviously, 2 years ago now, he was on a pair with Craig Spence. That was the best
Yeah.
pair in the PJHL as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, look out,
And they have
Blenheim.
a new head coach this year as well.
Correct. I'm not positive on who that is. I'm not even sure if they made a post about it. Obviously, I know their coach from last year was relieved of his duties or had stepped down. Um,
Yeah, I don't think they posted it.
no, so we'll find out.
Mhm.
We shall see.
We shall see. And
But
there was one other thing. Oh, Brogan is also going to play for the St. Thomas Stars, right?
St. Mary's Lincolns,
Oh, even
Yeah.
better.
yeah,
That
even
was a
better.
really good team
Right?
last year.
Yeah, they went to the finals. So, or semis or no, they were in the finals. Correct. Yeah, Chatham beat them.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
So,
Crispy.
good
yeah,
for
that's
Brogues.
exciting.
Boy, we should probably talk some like NHL stuff here because we're like an hour.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say like, who's okay? Give me one team that didn't make the playoffs last year that you think not only could make playoffs this year, but legitimately might make some noise.
Hmm.
I got nothing. The only team I focus on are the Detroit Red Wings, and they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know
Not
what
to
the heck.
throw a wet diaper on everything, but
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's actually a really good freaking question.
yeah.
Yeah, because I know who I'm looking at.
Who?
Let me pull up standings here. So last year, just to verify, okay, one team that I look at and I say they're gonna have a big bounce back year, and I've liked some of their moves, and I think if they make some more moves this season, I think the Vancouver Canucks
I know. I was just looking at them too.
can make a huge bounce back with a healthy Thatcher Demko and Elias
Mhm.
Pettersson operating at full capacity. That team's going to be good. That team is going to be very, very good. Not just them, but also, I guess, in the Eastern Conference,
Give me Montreal, man.
they made
Yeah.
the playoffs, though,
They did? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
but they got bounced. But
Yeah, that was that series
uh,
with
You
Washington.
want to know
But
who
I
else I
think
think
think they
too?
can make some noise this year.
I'm like maybe like Columbus last year was on the brink of
yeah,
making, the playoffs, and they were what, 2 points
yeah,
out of a spot?
and you smart little stinker. That's the
Two,
best pick
two,
because
two, 2 points out of a spot.
think about who they have. Like the young, I love the young rosters, the youth movements. Actually, okay. I got one other team after Columbus, but you think about they've got Kirill Marchenko, who is a 40 goal scorer. Then they've got Adam Fantilli, second overall pick. Then they've obviously now they have who's the other centerman? They have another center there that's really talented. I'm drawing a blank. Kent Johnson.
Yeah.
So that team, then they got Denton Matejchuk on their defense, and they still have Elvis Merzlikins in net. That's a good team. And not just that, though, in the Eastern Conference, look out. You might look at their team and be like, what? They're not that great, but they kind of give me Vegas vibes of the shoe fits Philadelphia Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Danny Briere, and okay, touchy subject. Philadelphia Flyers have been linked to Carter Hart if he were to be allowed to play once again in the NHL. There would be a renewing of his relationship with the club potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been linked with him the entire time, right?
Yeah,
There's always been like if this then that kind of a
yeah,
situation with Carter Hart. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back on their roster this year.
right.
Um, but yeah, I love all those picks. I love Columbus. I love Vancouver. I love
Mm-hmm.
Philly as well. I mean, Jack Nesbitt got drafted by them, so in a couple years we're going to see him in a Flyers jersey. So that's exciting as well. There's a lot of things to
Do,
like about what we
do you want to
saw.
know who I'm kind of looking for? They're not necessarily going to make it in, but who I'm just kind of looking forward to see what they can do considering the youth. San Jose. I just want to see what they do with all those
Oh,
kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
they've got
They're going to be
Michael
fast,
Misa.
man.
They
They're going to
have
be
Michael
fast.
Misa, Will Smith, and Macklin Celebrini.
They're going to be
Oh my
fast,
gosh.
fast,
and who was the
fast.
goalie they signed?
Yaroslav Askarov, like scary team.
I'm telling you, man,
Scary.
that team, San Jose, in like 3, 4 years is going to be like back in playoff hunts. They're going to be, it's coming.
Yeah. You
It's
know, you know
coming.
who I wish they still had, and I wish he didn't have such a bad attitude, because he was an electric player in the OHL. Brett, do you know who I'm gonna say?
No, I
I,
can't
I
remember.
don't think he was a Sharks draft pick, but he was their prospect for a while. He played on the London Knights,
Oh, what's his name? Oh,
and now he's kind of become just nothing. But he was cracked.
I'm not sure. Who are we thinking about?
Ryan Merkley.
Merkley. Okay, yeah. Because
That guy had so
I'm
much
thinking
talent.
Sam Dickinson but he's not San Jose pick, isn't
Yes,
he?
he is.
Okay, so it was Dick.
But
Okay,
San Jose, uh, yeah, that I completely forgot they have Dickinson too. Oh my gosh, they're
Telling you,
set.
man, San Jose, and they're young, young, young.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
still think they're too young, but I agree they're going to be a fun team to watch. They're going to be one that jumps a few.
mhm.
Maybe they don't jump at all in the standings, but I think every game will at least be close. It's that
That's
maturity
fun.
that maybe they throw away a few more games than they need to in the third period. But I think they're
Okay,
going to be a fun
so now let me ask you guys one thing. Who do you think is going to take a step back? Who is in? Who's going to take a step back?
team.
Toronto
Okay,
Maple Leafs.
all right.
You know what I'm
Toronto.
saying? That's who
I
I
don't
was
think
going to
they'll be as
say.
good as last year. I think they're going to drop to like a wild card team.
Who, Toronto?
Yeah.
You think they'll go that far down?
I just don't think I think that they're the hits that they're going to take from not having Mitch Marner on in their roster are going to be bigger than they expected.
Now, do you guys think that if they like I understand with the the signings and stuff like that, but would you say like do you go out and do you try to get another high profile guy to replace Mitch Marner, or do you get like 2 or 3 signings that could do kind of his work collectively? But then essentially you're taking roster spots away from either younger players or what do you do in that situation with such a high profile 100-point guy leaving? Like how do you fill that void?
I think we talked about this before. They kind of already tried to do it with like multiple players as their signings, and the one name that I think is going to be ultimately the one on that top line is Matthias Michelli, who they got from Utah. Uh, he's a really good playmaker. He's Marner-esque, and I think, yeah, okay. Will his numbers be skewed because he plays with Matthews? Sure, but I still think he's a good enough player that he can perform at 70% of a Marner level, which will keep the Maple Leafs in full operation. Uh, and maybe that new look helps them in the playoffs, right? You never know what one player can do for a
Do
team.
man.
Or Fraser Minton, even some of the prospects. If they throw them in the lineup, some players get thrown right in the fire and they shine. Like Wyatt Johnston a couple years ago at Dallas, he was automatically a star player on that team. So
Do you
Mhm.
know what the Leafs need? The Leafs need Austin Matthews to get a little bit of a mean streak in him. Seriously. No, I'm not talking
Yeah.
necessarily fighting. I'm not talking
Yeah,
fighting. Get a mean streak it. Throw your body around a little bit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like he seems like he's so like I don't want to say soft because no hockey players are soft. Like I don't care what anybody says, but like it's just his style of game. Like he's a big boy. Like you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like I'm not asking you to be like, hey Wilson, let's go drop the gloves with Tom Wilson. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking like get into those scrums or whatever. Get your mitt up in someone's face. Like do something. Like he just to me like I don't know. He's just I don't know why they took the C away from fucking JT, but I don't know. I just think that he needs to show his teeth a little bit. He's
Yeah,
soft to me a little bit.
I
yeah, I think that you are hitting on a lot of points that a lot of Toronto Maple Leafs fans have had with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very hard fan base to make happy, but a lot of those criticisms that you have are what people have been saying about him for a long time.
Show
Is
your
he
teeth.
an elite player? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. He is elite. He almost hit 70 goals the one year. Like,
Hmm.
we haven't had someone that close in a very long time. Like, I
yeah.
wanted him to hit 70 like Timu Solani or like Alexander Mogilny or any of those guys, right? Like I want to see those big numbers. I want to pump them up, but I just don't see it, man. Like I just don't think that
Like
what you're asking is in his repertoire.
it's
You're
crazy.
exactly right. And for that reason, I don't know. Like if I was Toronto, yeah, you got the star power, but like maybe you trade this guy, you know?
Ooh.
I'm just
Oh,
like we
Jesus.
talked about it in the past, but like you want a roster, one player doesn't win you anything.
And I mean,
That's
if you did, think
it's
about the haul you would get too.
Oh.
exactly. That's one of those trades where everyone goes, "Are you stupid?" And then years down the road, it's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like you think about when Ottawa traded Eric Carlson and
Mhm.
basically built their franchise what it is right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like so, something along those lines could happen. Or Jack Eichel in Buffalo. You know, Buffalo obviously that haven't seen much success, and Vegas won a cup, but just the same.
Pour that salt in.
Colorado. Okay, did O'Reilly come from Colorado to St. Louis?
Yes. I believe so.
Am I getting that right? Yeah, okay. So just the same there, people were kind of like, "What are you doing?" But it wins you a cup. So maybe that would be funny if the team that gets Matthews wins a cup, but then Toronto benefits in the long run, because then. But hindsight's always 2020. So what do you do here? I don't know. But you mentioned a team that takes a step back, and uh, I think the Atlantic is getting very competitive.
Hmm.
Detroit will improve slightly. I don't think they make the playoffs. I think the Blue Jackets are going to improve. Montreal is going to improve. I also think I don't think the Rangers are going to be as bad as they were. I don't think the Flyers are going to be as bad as they were. And Buffalo, as young as they are, they have a lot of talent. So I don't know. I think Ottawa is going to suffer as a result. Sorry, Drew. I don't see them making the playoffs next year. I think it's going to be too tight in that bottom five of the division there for them to be in the top two wild card.
Hmm.
Hmm. I mean,
Fair assessment, right? And
Yeah.
everything is so wide open right now that who knows, right? But before we close things off, did you guys see the news? It probably broke about an hour or so before we recorded. The NHL is going to move up their start date, and I believe starting next year or the year after, they're going to go from 82 games to 84 games in the regular season,
wow.
so that they're done the playoffs by like early to mid June.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah, because they were starting in like early October before, right?
So are they going to dial back exhibition games?
I believe so, but
Okay.
I just wanted I didn't get all the details because there's a lot of different things that were being discussed because they're having the GM meetings and stuff this week.
Because I
Like
was,
they're going to a salary cap for the playoffs now,
yeah.
uh,
Right.
right?
Mark Stone fell to his knees in a Walmart. But yeah.
and the most recent news that I saw about an hour before we recorded was that they were going from 82 to 84 games, and they're going to move the start date up early in the year.
I think the only way to do that is you keep them where they're playing the same amount of games like preseason and regular season, but you just dial back two more preseason games. If each team plays 6 or whatever, then you just play 4, and then you play 84. Then you're just putting in 2 more games that actually mean something.
Yeah, but the
Essentially.
the Olympics
Correct.
are happening this year too, so who knows?
Oh
Like,
yeah, I forgot about that too.
so there's going to be a 2 week break in that regular season as well. So who knows how that affects everything too.
Yeah,
Still
when
the kid,
Captain
baby.
Canada's leading Canada again, anybody, it's Ryan Smith. No, it's not Ryan Smith. Not in my eyes. Captain Canada is Sidney Crosby. I don't care what anybody says. Stanley Cups, gold medals, and like, yeah, like you know what I mean? There's no way. Like,
As Tristan breaks out the Sidney Crosby Captain Canada plaque.
I'm gonna
He's the
bring it
man.
back to
He is one of the
Edmonton.
greatest. He's a top 5 player all time for me. When it comes to strictly Canadian players, he's on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Oh, he has to be.
Fair.
Yeah.
He
Completely
has
fair.
to be. Like
Him, Crosby, Mario, and Orr. Or do
What's
you take that? Or sorry, or
Say
sorry,
again.
Gretzky, Crosby, Howe, and Orr. I put Howe slightly above Lemieux.
But Lemieux got robbed in his prime,
I know.
dog.
Yeah, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. I mean, obviously he was sick, so I can't
This is a
use that
great
clip.
conversation to have with your dad, Tristan, because he'd throw Guy Lafleur up there.
Yes, you. I was just gonna say you might throw Larry Robinson up there or something, or Ken Dryden.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
or do you pick a goalie? Do you say Patrick Waugh did enough as a
Marty
Canadian goaltender?
Brodeur, Dominic. Well, not Marty.
Patrick,
Dominic, no. I
yeah,
thought we were
Marty
just
or
talking
Ron.
all-time goalies for a second,
right.
but
Ron Hextall. No kidding. But,
Albert Smolzinkins.
exactly.
yeah, it's I don't know, man. The list goes on when it comes
Yeah.
to, but like, especially for Canada though, like, what's really crazy about Sid is that he's been still at the same level for 20 years.
If you ask someone, if you ask anyone born before the year 2010, and honestly anyone born in the early 90s, so if you're born from like 1990 to 2010, that like 20-year span, you're gonna associate like even people who are non-hockey fans, who's when you say name a hockey player, they're gonna say Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not gonna be another name that's uttered. You might get the odd kid nowadays, like I said, born after 2010, they're gonna say Connor McDavid or
Yeah.
like yeah, okay, sure. McDavid will have his time, and he already has, game-winning goal for Canada in World Championships. So it's like or World Cup of hockey.
But
But
he
Sid the
didn't do
Kid
it in the Olympics.
he is the man.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the man. Oh, Canada's gonna run the Olympics. It won't even be close. Although United States is gonna make a lot wiser roster decisions. Like they're actually sending Tage Thompson this time, which I'm like, I never understood why they kept them off the last roster, but I digress.
I'm excited to see Crosby, McKinnon, McDavid, and all those guys play for
Give me
Team Canada
Bedsy
at
too,
the
man.
Olympics.
Give
That'd
me
be
Bedsy
fun.
Yeah,
if he's
Bedard,
ready.
does he make it?
Oh, Connor, yeah, true. Yeah.
We'll see.
Canada, there's a chance that if guys play right in camps and everything, that Canada could be absolutely loaded. Even though they're gonna be like they could have potentially like probably maybe one of the best teams that we could see assembled there, no?
Probably
Carter
talking
Hart
about
going to be the goalie?
Like it's
maybe.
but now he would have to get reinstated still, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he is yet to
Okay.
be cleared by the league to
What
play.
I want to see them do there is I want to see them play NHL rules at the Olympics. So like if there's a fight or whatever, it's 5 minutes. You don't get kicked out.
Well, but then you're like, yeah, I guess, but then it would become like a hybrid approach because it's completely different
How many
under the
fights are in the
auspices.
NHL?
Alone, it's a bigger ice pad, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's not
it's
even any fights in the NHL right now, pretty much as it is. So how many
actually
can
the
really
past
do?
2 years there's been a lot more than like when I was growing up. Like when I was growing up, I remember fighting. Yeah, it was cool, but it was always kind of more older clips. I found the past couple years there's been a lot more like good ones too. Like I think about the one fella there on Philadelphia, Nick Delorier.
Oh
He
yeah.
could throw some hands, man.
Who's
Like
that one guy from Columbus too? Oliver or whatever? Is that his name? Last name?
oh, Matthew Olivier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Olivier. Yeah, this
yeah.
guy. Oh my, just giving everybody just knuckle soothers. This guy just snapping heads back. I was just like, wow. He
Yeah,
was
he's
the
fresh.
one who fought Rempe and like pumped his eyes shut. Where Rempe
Yes. Oh, thank
the
you.
next
I
day, I
can't
was like,
stand that
oh
Rempe.
my. Rempe was oh, like kid, like move your head, like mix in a weave like you're a speed bag right now. It was yeah. But yeah, he landed some absolute bombs because I was watching that game live when it happened and when they were squaring off, I was like, "Oh boy." And then yeah, and then Olivier just beat the wheels off him, but I was just like, "Holy crow." But yeah, and guys like that too, like that guy too, like Rempe too, for how big he is, like he's a good like he skates well if he could get some hands on him or whatever, like he could actually evolve into like a decent NHL player if he can stop hitting guys high. But when you're 6'5", 6'6", it's hard to.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'9".
Is he?
He's
I
a
Yeah.
big
haven't got
cat.
big. Okay, well then he's a fucking giant out on the
Yeah.
ice. But I mean, like, but still, how like when a guy's at your shoulder and you're trying to hit him, like it's you're gonna hit the head once in a while. Like, what do you want him to
Yeah,
do?
but the way he does it is like he leaves his feet and just
Oh yeah, he's
Jacob Truba, but
yeah.
6 inches taller. So it's like,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
we do.
but I mean, guys like that are kind of a dying breed, and I mean, it makes the game exciting, you
Hmm.
know?
yeah, but people get hurt.
I know now in today's society,
6'7".
pretty
But
soon the puck's going to be foam. Players are going to have to wear full masks, bomb
yeah,
squad equipment.
who
Like,
knows? Do you
but
guys have any way too early cup winners?
you want to know what I'm going to say?
The
I don't
Montreal
know.
Canadiens.
Oh,
Ooh.
what? Whoa, look
That one's
out.
for Pat
Okay, I
McGuire.
like that. I'm going to go a little bit on the revenge side, and I'm going to say the Vegas Golden Knights
Love it.
With Mitchell.
with Mitch Marner.
Yep.
Because I'll tell you
I
right now, this is
yep.
going to be the most hungry that you're ever going to see Mitch play because he's trying to give the big F you to Leaf fans. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to see a different side of Mitch Marner this season.
I
I
think
just think it's going to happen.
Hmm.
I'm pulling for him to do it because anytime that the Leafs organization, well, not organization, but the fan base gets a big old shit burger to eat, just makes me smile.
you
So
know
I I hope he does it.
who I think's gonna pull one out. I think they're gonna do kind of one last hurrah with this core. Well, I guess the core's kind of dying anyway, but I think the Tampa Bay Lightning
Ooh,
are gonna win
yeah.
the Stanley Cup again. I think Jake Gensel is gonna have a big year with them. I think he's gonna become truly what he could have been. He's kind of had injuries for much of his early career in Pittsburgh, and then he had a really good year last year with Tampa. But I think Nikita Kucherov still being there, Braden Point, Victor Hedman, Vasilevsky, I think they still got enough of the core that maybe one big piece at the deadline is what puts them over the edge to get back to that final. And you think about it this year, and even the year prior, they've had to face Florida both years, and like, well, congrats, played the Stanley Cup champion in the first round, right? So
Yeah.
it's or second round. So what do you do with that, right? So I don't
The
know, or
belt.
maybe even actually Carolina too. That's a good.
Carolina's been very good.
Are they gonna finally get over the hump? Like,
Them and Dallas go to the conference final every year,
I
and
know.
they both blow it.
Dallas too could be another like still like
They don't have DeBoer. I don't know why they fired Peter DeBoer. I don't understand it. And the guy they hired coached them like 15 years ago and didn't do that good of a job. He was like an
who
assistant coach under Ken Hitchcock and then took over.
oh
So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Obviously, what he said about the goalie situation when he pulled him after what was it like two goals in the first 10
Yeah,
minutes. I'm sorry, the
Ottinger.
goalie's name is off my Ottinger,
yeah.
Yeah.
right? That stuff I don't know. It must not have sat well with ownership or the GM because obviously he was gone not too long after that. But
I mean,
and
Ottinger
you've got
got lit up, but
yeah, and you've got to be on a call soon, don't you?
That's now pushed to like 4 o'clock. So
Okay. Well, I
but
got to
yeah,
go get
it's
my kids.
yeah. But yeah,
that's like, actually, I gotta leave.
yeah.
Trying to blame Ant,
No, I know
but
he's all yeah, that's okay. I don't mind, boys. I'm trying to think if there's anything else real quick that I think I don't know, this we covered a lot in this episode, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
we did.
Quite a bit. But yeah,
Well,
no,
if
I'm drawing
that's
blank, so I'm good.
you good, Tristan?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is episode 204 of the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. Make sure you support our sponsors because they support us. Get your 20% discount with biosteel.ca with your promo code HTH Podcast and get 10% off of your Howie's hockey tape with the same promo code. Follow us on our social media channels and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get those numbers pumped up. Visit our merch store as well and get all of your HCH gear before the regular season starts. PJHL starts in 2 weeks. Preseason for the OHL starts this weekend. Gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure to get back on the mic with you guys. Looking forward to doing this all over again because the 2025-26 season is now underway. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. Good night!